Hi everybody, it's Mr. Patak here. So before I give you the Minimus assignment for this week, there's a short Latin lesson I would like to teach you. So please have a piece of paper and something to write with handy so that you can take notes of what I'm trying to teach you in this video. Then when you're done, there's an assignment to go with this video, which is a Google form. Answer the questions on that and then turn it in to me so I know that you got the ideas that I'm trying to teach you in this video. So let's get started. On the screen in front of you, you should see two Latin words and drawings. Puella, girl. Puella, of course, is the Latin word, and in English it means girl. And I gave you a wonderful, excellent piece of artwork to go with this. On the right, you have mensa, which means in English, of course, table, along with some wonderful artwork. Now, you're probably already saying to me, you know these words already. Well, I'm going to do a few things with these words. First, let's take them and put them into a sentence. So down here are two complete sentences. So I should probably put periods because they are complete sentences. Your first sentence over here on the left is Puella ridet, which means in English, the girl laughs. Puella ridet, the girl laughs. Over here on the right you have mensa stat, the table stands. So we just took those same words that we had up here and just plopped them into a sentence. Now there's a few things I'd like you to take a note of, or at least notice about these sentences. First, we say that in these sentences, Puella and mensa are the subjects. They are what we call the subject. Now, a subject is simply the word that does the action in a sentence. In this sentence, the subject is Puella and the action is ridet. The subject is the girl and the action is laughs. So the subject does the action. In this sentence, the subject is mensa and the action is stat. The subject is the table and the action is stands. So the subject does the action word. Okay. One more thing a little bit different that I'd like you to notice is how in these sentences, notice how the English word the comes from the same word. In Latin, there are no words like the or a or an. There aren't any, none at all. So we have to remember to put them back in our English sentences. So if I'm going a little bit too fast for you, you can pause and just take notes from the screen. I'm going to zoom in on this now. So in this sentence, we have the word puella, which actually means the girl. So you get two English words from the same Latin word. And that's because this word the is not a word in Latin. The idea the is not an idea in Latin. So we have to put it back to make a good English sentence. Because if I had just said girl laughs, that sounds bad to me. That's not a very good English sentence. So in order to make my English sentence sound nice, I take the and put it back into the sentence. Ella ridet. The girl laughs. And it's exactly the same thing over here. The word mensa is actually both words. The table. Mensa stat. The table stands. I'm not sure why the line for the D went, but it should say stands. Hopefully it said that the whole time. The table stands. And again, we add in the word the in order to make it make sense in English. Now let's look at another example. Here you see the Latin sentence video puellam, which means in English, I see the girl. You should already know that the O ending means I. So video means I see, all in one word. And then you have puellam, which we should know is the girl. So your sentence is video puellam, I see the girl. Now let's take a couple of notes on this idea. A few things I'd like you to notice. First, in this sentence, we say that puellam is the object. So what is an object? Well, in any sentence, the object is just the thing that you are doing the action to. So, in this sentence, the action is I see, and the thing that I am doing it to is the girl. I see the girl. Action, I see. Object, the girl. The object is simply the thing that you do the action to. And the subject is the thing that does the action. Now let's go down to another example. Here you have the sentence, amo mensam, which means in English, I love the table. Remember, of course, the O means I, so amo is I love in one word. And then again, we're going to say that mensam is the object in this sentence, just like last time. So in this sentence, we say that mensam is the object. Now notice something else. Notice how there are two different spellings of the Latin word table. We have mensa and mensam. Mensa and mensam. This is because in Latin, the spelling of a word will always let you know if it is a subject or an object. We usually add the letter M to a word to make it the object. So I'm going to zoom in, and of course, if you need to pause the video to take notes, you can. So there are two different spellings. There's mensa and mensam. There's mensa, spelled M-E-N-S-A, and mensam, spelled M-E-N-S-A-M. And so we said that the spelling of a word lets you know if it's the subject or an object. So let's go back up a little bit. In this sentence right here, mensa stat, that's spelled M-E-N-S-A. So that's a subject. The table stands. Mensa stat. But let's go down again. amo, mensam. In this sentence, it's spelled M-E-N-S-A-M, which lets me know it's the object. So, in this sentence, I'm doing something to the table. I love the table. All right, so that is the lesson for today. What I want you to take a note of is how Latin words have two separate spellings, one for subject, one for object. And I hope you know what a subject and an object are. When you're done watching this and you know all of the ideas, please complete and turn in the Google form. And that's it for right now. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.